What's up guys, it's LuckyBoy here, and today I'm here to present to you a mini-series that I'm coming out with this week. And you will have a lot more videos this week actually than usual. So yeah, it's just a mini-series about the Lost Zone, different variants you can play. And I found it could be a really fun series to actually just show off with all the different variants you can actually play with Lost Zone. And this is one of the reasons why I love this engine so much, because there's so much variety and so much utility and flexibility in these lists. It's just unbelievable sometimes. And you're like, you can literally play anything in the deck. And that's what I'm going to show off today, that you can literally play anything in the deck actually. So anything you thought was good but never was good because it had an awkward attack cost, well, thanks to Mirage Gate, it's possible to play now. And I'm definitely a big fan of this, so I'm a big fan of Mirage Gate in general, so that's all I can pretty much say at this point. First of all, big shout out to pokemons.dk, the best place to get pre-order and pre-release stuff, and also amazing products. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch channel where I stream almost at least two times a week, and also check out my Twitter where I post like literally daily almost. It's been close to be like that, so be sure to check those links out. All things I just mentioned is a link in the description below for you guys to check out. And let's just go into the list. So we play off obviously the amazing rare Rayquaza. It's finally good, and I'm actually finally happy to see this card actually being playable, because for those who don't know, Rayquaza theme, or just Rayquaza in general, is my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I was so happy to actually see this being playable for now. But it's gonna rotate pretty soon. Unfortunately, we don't know when it's gonna happen, but we assume it's gonna be pretty soon. So that's kind of unfortunate with Ray here, but it's finally good, but it's gonna rotate soon. Anyway, we have the amazing burst attack for a grass, lightning, and fighting attack called energy costs. Pretty awkward, but again, we have Mirage Gate, so it's not a problem. So this is absolutely nothing. This could be 3 colors and it would be fine. But you discard all energy attached from this Pokemon, you do 80 damage times the different type of basic energy you discard in this way. So, for starters, if you have the whole attack cost, you do 240 damage. But, if you discard one more energy with it, you're doing 320 damage with basically one-shots, basically any V-star in the format, with a big charm on as well. So not even that is gonna help them. And mostly those protecting damage stuff is actually from V attacks. This is not a V Pokemon, so you actually go through all that attack. And if you have a 4th energy, or 5th energy, excuse me, because we play 5 different energies, you can hit a whopping 400 damage, which without a one-shots literally anything in the format. Not even Hisuian Gucci or V-Star can even survive it. That's how much damage this card does. And it's really easy to set up with Mirage Gate, obviously. Of course, you need a lot of Mirage Gate to do that. But again, if you're one-shotting literally anything in the format, and only giving away one prize, that's a pretty fair trade-off in my opinion. And again, we're playing Lost Zone Ninja with Comfey, where you look with the flower selecting ability, we look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose one of them put down one of them into your hand, and the other card in Lost Zone. We also have Course Experiment to furthermore get more cards of the Lost Zone, where you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, take 3 of them into your hand, and put the rest into the Lost Zone. Mirage Gates, if you have some or more in the Lost Zone, which you unlock through all those Lost Zoning, obviously. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy of different types, and attention to your Pokemon in any way you like. This is just the fact that it says different types just makes it so easy to set up these amazing rares for sure. But we can also have some attackers with all that cards in the Lost Zone. We have Chromatic with the Lost Proficient ability, where if you have 4 more cards in the Lost Zone, you can ignore all attack costs from this Pokemon, which is absurd, by the way. And for Spit instantly, we do 110 damage. We don't hit for weakness, but that's perfectly fine. Like 110 for 0 inches is ridiculously high. First of all, that's 3 shot on a V max already. And you're giving away 1 prize card, so that's just a fair trade out of my book. We have Sableye, probably the strongest one we have in the deck, without a doubt. This card is ridiculously bonkers, obviously. We have for 1 Psychic Energy, Lost Might, but you can only use it if you're 10 or more cards in Lost Zone. And again, it's still the most powerful one we have. Put 12 damage counts on your opponent's Pokemon anyway, which is ridiculously a lot of damage you're putting on your opponent's board for sure. We also played a Ray and Greninja, which does kind of the same thing with Sableye, except that it does damage, so stuff like Manaphy does protect from Greninja, but not for the Sableye, so that's a key difference. Where the Ray and Greninja, again, as mentioned, like the most ridiculous Raying Pokemon of all time at the moment, so, and I think it still is, without a doubt. Has the Conceal Card ability where you discard energy card from your hand in order to draw 2 cards. So, already pretty nice ability. And we play a lot of like energy recycling, like we play 1 Recycler and 1 Underroad, so discarding energy is fine. We also have the Moonlight Shuriken attack as mentioned, you discard 2 energies from it, and you're doing 9 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, so really nice attack. We also play Galarian Zapdos in the deck because we do play fighting energies. So, it also has the ability Fighting Instinct where it attacks is 1 colorless less for each of your opponent's Pokemon V in play, which is also pretty nice. So basically, if you have 3 Vs in play, you doing 170 damage with Thunderous Cake for 1 fighting energy, and before you're doing the damage, you discard special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So even though you don't do damage sometimes, you can just discarding a special energy sometimes is really nice to do. We also have the Ice Cube with a block phase attack for 7 damage, and you can't be hit by any hit or take damage by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon, basically against Regis at this point, because mostly, honestly, this deck does struggle a little bit against Reggie, but if Reggie doesn't play an out to Ice Cube, then you'll be pretty much win with this card alone, like you don't need to do too much. We also play a couple Raihan's just to set up Rayquaza a lot easier and some other attackers obviously. And yeah, not too much else to say. We're playing like a ton of different energies. We played 2 fighting, 2 grass, 2 lightning, 2 psychic, and 3 water. And also obviously the 4 BP pass, 3 quick ball, 1 fog crystal, and we play 4 scoop up net, 1 switch, 4 switch car, and 1 air balloon, and a lot of other stuff. That's pretty much like a standard for most of it. I am playing a boss's order on my list because I feel like I was missing it a couple times when I've been playing this deck, so it has felt pretty nutty already, and it feels really strong, that's for sure. Definitely a top contender in the format, potentially, but it's unfortunately a little bit difficult to actually pile, obviously, correctly. But with enough practice, you maybe can find yourself in a top cut of a tournament, actually. Or maybe day 2 at a regional or international, which come up this weekend, by the way. Anyway, let's get into some games and see what happens. Let's get into this game here and see what is gonna happen. Again, okay, so we want to go first, I suppose. Like, going second could also be fine, but going first is almost like pretty nutty thing to have. Our turn 1 hand could be better, that's for sure, but we have Comfey to see more cards, so it's not a big problem, obviously. We do hit against the Blissey, which is actually a pretty good matchup for us, because Zapdos does hit it for weakness. So, that's a really good sign. I don't think the boss actually is kind of needed in this matchup. I don't think so, honestly, so let's just do like this. Don't really think the switch card is going to be necessary. We don't need the Drapier in this matchup, so this is fine. I think I'm actually going to put Air Balloon here. That's going to be it, actually. We can't really do too much. We can't do too much else, so. But this is a fine turn 1. Plus we have a Mirage Gate, so we are guaranteed the energy now. We are guaranteed the energy here. So that's nice to see. Here's Greninja. Obviously, V-Guard energy doesn't seem too bad actually for Blissey. I actually think Blissey might be actually really good because of V-Guard energy to tank more V-Maxes or Vs in general, but nothing for my opponent. That's really strange, honestly. Definitely taking the Chorus, that's for sure. We need a lot of cards. If we're just getting cards of Lost Zone, then I'm fine with that. Got a lot more switch cards. That's actually really nice to see. I don't think the switch is needed, right? Scoring at this. So we get 2 more. Scoop at this. Switch card. Yeah, we actually have enough cards to actually do it. We don't really need too much. So we don't even need the Lost Vacuum actually. We just need this. That's actually kind of funny. So I'm gonna bench this, scoop up net the Comfey. Do another comfy. We don't need the VIP pass, so this is fine. We do have 6 now. Yep. Now we just do switch car. Another flower selecting. Get the fighting, I guess. Now we guarantee basically the attack, because now we're gonna use Mirage Gate for the Zapdos here. And it doesn't really matter which one we take now. I think I'm just gonna get the ones out that I don't really need here, so bench this, bench another comfy, I guess. And we're just gonna KO that Blissey. So even though unfortunately we were needing another Mirage Gate to get the attack off, if they did have Path to the Peak in play or no V's in play, obviously. But we did get another Mirage Gate, but again, I was not 100% sure if because we didn't have search for a deck. We don't really know if I actually had any energy or not, or anything in the deck or not. So trying to make it safe is definitely a better call for sure. Now another thing that can be a little bit problematic is the fact that we don't really have a way to actually KO a Greninja except with... We have to use Mirage Gate next turn, actually. Or not Mirage Gate. On our next turn. But we are getting money from our opponent, so that's fine. Not too much to work with, unfortunately. And my only boss is in the Lost Zone. And they're gonna put down Path to the Peak on me, so... Not a huge surprise by that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, that's not a huge surprise for me, so... Here comes Dunsparce as well. I mean, we can technically just KO that Dunsparce, no problem. So we can do Sableye next turn, which is not too bad. V-Guard energy, so they are tanking a little bit more of attack, but that doesn't change the outcome anyway. So they're gonna retreat into Blissey already. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Not gonna lie. I actually think I'm just gonna bench the Cram and just hit it. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm actually missing an energy. Oops. Forgot I need Mirage Gate now. Oh well. I actually think I'm gonna discard the water. That makes, or the lightning, that makes more sense for me. Where's the Mirage Gate? Oh, we actually cut the attack off. I'm gonna lose our Narod, but I think it's fine. Plus, if we're hitting this Blissey, it's no problem, obviously. And I think we get both out of the deck. 2 different types of energy, so now we can actually utilize or maximize our way to actually utilize what's now called the card. It's called Energy Recycler. Now I hadn't really price checked my deck yet, so I know I have my Ordinary Rod, a second Ordinary Rod in the deck because we did have it in hand before we got Manit. So that's something I know. Here's a double 2 energy. Okay. But not gonna do too much to us actually, now I think about it. We are one-shotting this through V-Guard energy, funny enough. So not even V-Guard energy is gonna help them here. Do 50 damage. We can just discard the Lucky energy before it activates. Or I actually don't even know that interaction, not gonna lie. I actually don't know it. We're gonna find out what the interaction is with Zapdos and the Lucky energy. Unfortunately though, we only have 1 Mirage Gate left, so not gonna do too much there. We didn't even discard. Oh yeah, that's right. Big Parasaur was on the Blissey, so that actually makes sense why it didn't happen. But regardless, we got the win, so that's nice to see. Let's get into another game. So let's see what's gonna happen. Now we can also go second without a problem, obviously, because when we have turn 1 Cramorant or Cramorant. I'm used to say Cramorant because of Mew, obviously. We did lose the coin flip, that's kind of unfortunate, obviously. It's a little bit unfortunate. But again, it doesn't matter if we actually go first or second. We can, because turn 1 we get a lot of cards a lot. We can get 1 to 2 to 3 cards and lost on already turn 1. This I know is Not good. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually pretty terrible. No Comphase, no Chorus, nothing. We are hitting another Cram, which means it's probably a mirror match. Choice Belt, okay. That's interesting. And nothing for my opponent. And I don't get nothing as well. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually... I can't believe we actually had to manual attach to actually make this work. That Mirage Gate top deck, that was so bad actually. That was really bad. I was hoping to get at least a P-Pass or a Chorus. At least just one Comphase, that could be fine. I didn't really care which... Just something into a Comphase at least. We do have another basic Pokemon, so we don't get completely donked, but... Again, if it can attack with Cram, we are pretty much screwed anyway. We just have to hope we can actually get the card to Lost Zone first, obviously. Adventure's Discovery. With Cram. Okay, I have no idea what the heck is going on, but... Oh, it is Giratina with one Adventure's Discovery, but no card to the Lost Zone so far. They're probably getting it here now, I assume. Here comes the Minion. Probably grabbing the Chorus Experiments, yeah. Not a huge surprise there. And we're just gonna pass and... Oh, we top deck actually Chorus Experiments. That's so nice to see. Okay. We definitely need the Ray. The rest of the card is... I don't really know if I want to Lost Zone certain stuff here. Ray is really good against Giratina because we can one-shot it. We need Chorus for next turn, I think. I mean, if we prize the last Psychic, then I think that's it sometimes. But we need something that can at least hit the Giratina here. And we need Comphase right now. We prized 2 Comphase. Okay, that explains why we couldn't really find it actually. Second Psychic isn't a... We also have second Ray, that's nice. We have priced a Mirage Gate though, and we also priced a No, we hadn't priced a Lightning. I tested it earlier. We also priced a Chorus as well. Ugh. We do have a lot of outs for a lot of things, obviously. We also priced a Quick Ball. So we actually priced a lot of outs into a Comphase, but that's how it is sometimes, obviously. So we get here with Comphase. We have to take the Psychic here, or else we will have absolutely nothing for next turn, so... I think we can just Lost Vacuum without a problem, actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna Lost Vacuum without a problem. I think I have to do it with the Switch card, actually. We have already manual touch. I mean, it doesn't change the outcome anyway, so... Unfortunately, Lost Vacuum something on the opponent's side when you know they also play Lost Zone box. It's not good. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing, obviously. And we're just hitting the Cram here without a problem. The next turn we have Chorus, so that's not a problem. We get a Comphase, which we had approximately I think a 33% chance to get a Comphase, or else unless my math is wrong. So, but I'm pretty sure it's 33% to get a Comphase out. They're just gonna scoop it out because we actually got everything rolling, and they probably don't have too much going on here for next turn, I guess. Anyway, let's get into another game. Let's see what's gonna happen here this time. Again, it doesn't matter if we go first or second. We are perfectly fine. Except when we don't start anything and hope and sitting here in top deck mode. Okay, we are going second this time, so... We do start Comphase and Chorus and Cram as well. Oh wow. That's actually a really solid hand. Now we just need a Switch card or an Energy plus another Comphase. That's all we need. Then we can actually do the Cram turn 1 going second. So that's really nice to see. We also did get HQ here. Opponent's got a Heavy Ball for a Gormadize Snorlax from the Prices. Interesting. Curse Shuffle. Or is this a sort of mill deck? I assume it is. Knocked out by damage from opponent's attack. It's got 2 yeah, it's a mill deck. Okay. We are gonna Chorus first, obviously. Don't need Luminion. We have to concern the energies here, actually, in this matchup. Mirage Gates. Well, VIP pass and I guess the energy. That should be fine. That should be fine. Does it have to be deactive? Oh, it's not now by damage. Okay, so it doesn't even need to be deactive, actually. That's actually a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie. Sableye does go through that, so it doesn't trigger that curve shuffle, so that's nice to see. So if we're actually just trying to go really aggressive to actually put cards in the loss zone, I don't see actually something could go wrong here. So if we just like hold on to a lot of switch cards, then we shouldn't have a problem here actually. Yeah, so we're just trying to loss zone a lot of cards plus getting a lot of switch cards. That could be nice. Flower selecting, we do get a air balloon. I likely take that. Gonna scoop up net the Comfey. See if we can get on a switch card. Like, the more cards we get in a loss zone, the better. Don't need the Zapdos. Unfortunately, we're gonna stop here. That's a little bit unfortunate. But it's better than nothing, obviously. Now I think about maybe I should take the boss actually, just to play around the Curse Shuffle. It is a mill deck. It is a Litwick mill deck actually. Oh no, not the Misfortune Sisters. Oh no. And they hit a scoop up net. Ah, that's so unfortunate. They are trying to mill us out, obviously. Which is not a huge surprise. Another Snorlax coming down. Which I'm fine with. Man, that was so unfortunate about that mill, that's for sure. I really need that scoop up net, and we actually need a lot of cards for next turn. I maybe should have taken maybe the Luminion here. Like, we could have used the Luminion here, that's for sure. Got another Comfey. I think we're gonna conceal cards here. Gotta scoop up nets. If we hit a chorus, we can get 7 cards and loss zone now. I would like to avoid attacking into that Snorlax as much as I can. Oh, we got a chorus. Let's go. If we hit a water energy, that could be really nice here as well. We did hit a water energy and a Sableye. Nice. And lost vacuum. Oh, lost vacuum is actually not bad in this matchup. And I'm fine actually also on just one grass. That's okay. I'm gonna Mirage Gates for water and a lightning onto the Greninja. And we're gonna KO that Litwick so it doesn't threaten us in the slightest, obviously. We have how many cards? 7 cards now in loss zone. No switch option, unfortunately, this time around. Do I bench the Sableye or not? I don't think so. But I think I maybe have to, honestly. I think we benched another one. We're just gonna Moonlight Shuriken on this and this one maybe. Yeah, I think we're gonna do on the 2 that gives them the most card, obviously. Now we only have 2 Mirage Gates left. Another Chorus Experiments. That's a really nice card to get out of the prizes, that's for sure. Because that's exactly what I want right now in a situation like this. This card Miltank with Quick Ball, completely understandable, Like Miltank does nothing in this matchup. Benching Manaphy, okay, if they don't get a scoop up net, Sableye can actually take 3 prizes next turn because we can KO both a Manaphy, the Snorlax, and Oranguru because we did because that damage from Greninja is actually exactly to KO all that in one take. Or I guess we can actually KO this instead. I think we should prioritize KOing the stuff that kind of threaten us to actually get decked out. And a Snorlax is coming down. Oh no. And a Galamine as well. Okay, I think now we have to prioritize for our switch options, obviously. And we're gonna Cave of Toughness on that. Litwick. So we do get a switch card, so we don't need to retreat. So we don't even need to Lost Vacuum. That's actually, I actually think I might actually just Lost Vacuum. Something else maybe. Let's see if we can get a lot of switch card out of here. We did get that. I think maybe just one is fine. And now we can also get the Psychic Energy out. Yeah, the more switch card we have, the better, obviously. Oh, the wrong cards. I didn't pay attention there, that's for sure. How many cards? 9? Okay, so it's exactly 10 now. So now we can Lost Vacuum this. And then we can KO this. And I guess this one as well. Because those are the ones that I'd rather get away with. And we have 9. So 3 more on this, then we KO it. Well, I guess maybe on this actually. Because then we can take 2 prizes next turn. Then we can KO both the Snorlax next turn. I'd be fine with it. Another Sableye, here we come. A Quick Ball, that's okay. We have a lot of ways to get cards back into our deck now. So that's not our issue here. Here comes Lucky Egg. What exactly? Is this also for damage by attacks? Yeah. So that doesn't work as well. We also go through that with Sableye, so that's nice to see. They are gonna scoop up the Snorlax, understandable. Completely understandable. But I don't want to leave out any damage Pokemon in play, obviously. Because then we can easily take prizes with Sableye, so that's completely understandable. I could also just KO that Snorlax for Cursed Shuffled, but I think just prioritize the active was probably better. Instead of like getting this in the active and just like has difficulty to retreat out, so that was the thing I was more scared of than anything, obviously. Silene, 1 hits. They're probably gonna put Misfortune Sisters. Another Scoop Up Net, okay. So unfortunately I will not be able to put any damage here further, so that's unfortunate. I guess we KO'd a Litwick anyway, so we don't need to do too much else right now. I think I should be fine with actually just this conceal cards here and probably get more cards. I mean, we have all switch cards in the hand now, so that's not a problem. Yeah, so we just KO this. And so there's Scoop Up Net. And I guess if we split 3 and 3. Yeah, we actually split 3 and 3 here. We could also leave 1 on the Manaphy, but I think I'd rather force him to put down more Litwicks now. I'd be fine with that. Gonna Scoop Up Nets, Snorlax, Big Parasol. See, that's really annoying. That's for sure. And now we need to get Sableye out of the active, obviously, because we can't really do anything to the bench anymore because of that, so... Oh, I actually think I should actually hit the Snorlax, that active Snorlax, a lot more. So that's a little bit annoying. And I think this is the time where I just shuffle a lot of cards back into my deck to make sure I don't deck out when I can maybe force them. Yeah, I also will deck out. I know it's 3 cards we're milling every time. I don't have too many items left on the deck, right? I only have 1 item, so Misfortune Sisters doesn't do anything. Okay, so maybe it's actually not as bad as I think. I think we actually don't do anything. Retreat and we just hit Cram in the meantime. Yeah, I should have put a damage count on that Snorlax. That's a mistake on my part. So, because we could KO the Snorlax now and be fine. So, and we should, or maybe we should hold the Lost Vacuum. Maybe that could also be a thing. Lambert. Okay, so nothing crazy is happening here. That's fine. Another Lambert. Okay. We're not gonna hit our deck with Misfortune Scissors anymore, so that's fine. Okay. That's completely fine with me. Just in case something happens. We're just making sure we don't take out, obviously, so let's just shuffle these back. Hit with Cram. And let's hope not another big Parasol is coming down, or else I will be really sad. I don't have any more grass. I have one grass left on the deck. So Ray can actually win us the game here next turn. Unless they are hitting our last Scoop Net, obviously. Double Riot and the Chorus as well. Okay, the Scoop Net didn't get hit. That's cool to see. But unfortunately, it looks like we are gonna take it with Sableye. So that's really nice to see. Yeah, and that's gonna be it for today's game, actually. So, we had strategy there. We had a strategy, but unfortunately, I think I misplayed a little bit there with the fact that I didn't hit the Snorlax. That's trying to prevent us from retreating manually there. I think I misplayed there, not putting a damage on that. But, again, I did have an alternative plan, so it was perfectly fine, actually. Anyway, that is Lost Box Gate with Rayquaza. We didn't show off too much with Rayquaza, unfortunately, but you can kind of see the variety of different options we have. Also with Mirage Gate live, especially with Greninja, and also different type of attackers in general with like Zapdos as well. So I don't really see. So we didn't show off too much about the rest of it, but you know what I mean. Like we showed off quite a lot of it actually with different options we have with Mirage Gate and all the different types of energy and much more, especially with Saber, and also show why Sableye is the best card in the deck right now, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel already, turn my bell on, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.